Kaleem Shaukat, Sitara-e-Imtiaz military, who has recently commanded Allied Task Force 151 Lahore, to speak on the subject of naval cooperation. Rear Admiral Kaleem Shaukat.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. On behalf of Pakistan Navy, I had the privilege of commanding Combined Task Force 151 from September last year to January this year. The opportunity provided a good insight into the dynamics of piracy of the coast of Somalia and the challenges being faced by the counter-piracy forces in dealing with the problem. I would like to share my experiences with this August gathering this morning. I must highlight here that piracy is the result of the instability in Somalia, and naval forces at sea are only dealing with the symptoms of a problem whose comprehensive solution lies ashore. There are 3 task forces in the area to deal with piracy, which include Combined Task Force 151, NATO Task Force 508, and EU Task Force 465, commonly known as EU NAV4. The CTF 151 is led by the US and is a coalition of 25 nations. Its command is rotated between various participating nations. Pakistan Navy has commanded it twice. Besides these task forces to locate and monitor pirate activities. The next slide shows the bases from which these maritime patrol aircraft operate and their respective areas of operation. Having given a brief introduction, I would like to flash the scope of my talk, which is piracy has gradually spread from a limited area of Somali coast and Gulf of Aden to the Indian Ocean region, thus making the task of counter-piracy forces difficult. The next slide shows some of the statistics of the last 3 years and the efforts of the counter-piracy forces. As can be seen, although the incidents of piracy have increased over the years, the success rate of the pirates have been kept down, especially during 2011, as it is depicted in the red color. Pirates keep shifting their tactics, techniques and procedures according to the deployment pattern and capabilities of the counter-piracy forces. Nowadays, they hijack dhows and use them as mother vessels in areas far off from the Somali coast. These dhows, because of their appearance, are difficult to distinguish from genuine fishing vessels and therefore difficult to identify as pirate mother vessels. Similarly, the pirates are known to use AIS to know the details of merchant ships, cargo and movements, and accordingly choose their target that can be easily boarded and would fetch them maximum ransom. Also, in the Gulf of Aden and Bab al-Mandab region, they operate from small skiffs which merge with legitimate fishing, thereby masking their intentions. As I mentioned earlier, there are 3 task forces and a number of independent deployers present in the area. The mission and desired end state of the 3 task forces are flashed on the next slide. CTF 151 to deter, disrupt and suppress piracy and bring it to a level where it can be managed by the regional countries. CTF 508 to deter, disrupt piracy to the maximum extent possible, protect vulnerable shipping and provide presence and reassurance in their area of operations to enhance the general safety of commercial traffic in the region. The military end state for NATO's operation is that the incidence of piracy is reduced to a level not requiring international intervention in accordance with UNSCR. EU NAVFOR, their mission is to protect vessels of the World Food Programme, and the African Union mission in Somalia, commonly known as AMISOM, shipping proceeding to and from Somali ports. They also conduct counter-piracy operations in coordination with other task forces. The independent deployers generally have the mandate to escort and protect shipping transiting through the Gulf of Aden and operate under national rules of engagement. There are 3 key lines of operation under which the counter-piracy campaign plan is being conducted, which are military, maritime industry, and regional capacity building. I'll say a few words about each. Military engagement, better situational awareness, and effective counter-piracy presence are the focus areas under the military line of operation. The task force commanders maintain good coordination amongst each other and with the independent deployers to deal with piracy. During our tenure in command of CTF 151, I visited CTF 508, CTF 465 and a number of independent deployers which helped in better coordination and synchronization of our counter-piracy efforts. Similarly, considering the vastness of the area of operations, it is important to have good situational awareness and intelligence on pirate activities ashore as well as at sea. This is being done through aerial surveillance by shore-based maritime patrol aircraft as well as through organic helicopters. Better situational awareness helps in better placement of ships in most likely pirate operating areas. Thus, effective counter-piracy presence of ships is achieved through better situational awareness. This has greatly helped in placing ships in the right area to disrupt a pirate mother vessel or prevent a merchant ship under attack from being pirated. Now a few words about the scheme of maneuver. The Gulf of Aden remains the prime area of focus because of being restricted waters and close proximity of land. An internationally recommended transit corridor has been established as flashed on slide. 3 ships are concentrated in the high-risk area, which is supposed to be guarded against any smugglers proceeding from Somalia to Yemen, and they are known to indulge in piracy on their way back. And one ship is usually placed in the west towards Bab el Mandeb region to guard against any piracy in those